Okay, so I got another great question from a client the other day. And this is something I want to touch on since we are entering into the realm of January 1st. And that's when people tend to be most motivated to get fit, get healthy, and buy products, right? So this is a public service announcement. And again, I had a question from a client, and she actually sent me a Facebook post from something that she saw online from a local coach that I know too. I'm not going to say any names, but she saw this claim that this coach was making, and she messaged me with the Facebook post asking, "Is this true? Is this possible?" So the Facebook post, the claim was that it was like a photo taken from like up above, which we all know if you take the photo from up high, you look skinnier, right? So I lost 10 pounds in 14 days or something like that. And she was like, "Well, is this possible? Is that even possible?" And the answer to that question is mostly no, kind of yes. So I'm going to read to you what I wrote back to her so that you can get a little bit of a better understanding of why people can make these claims, why they do make these claims, and so that you can decipher whether a program is actually going to be effective or not. So this is my opinion on these claims. Anyone who claims that you can lose 10 pounds on their special 14-day cleanse, diet, or supplement forgot to tell you that 95% of the loss comes from water, not body fat. It comes from water. So this is not a total lie, right? Because you absolutely could step on the scale at the beginning of the 14 days and then at the end of the 14 days, and you may very well have lost 10 or 14 or however many pounds. But it's not body fat. So in my opinion, this is an omission of the facts. You are not losing body fat you're not losing 10 pounds of body fat in 14 days. It is virtually impossible to do that. So we're going to do a little bit of math, which is not my favorite. And you may want to fact check my math. Some of my clients do when I'm putting the weights on the barbell. So we're going to do some math. 1 pound of body fat is roughly 3,500 calories. So that means to gain a pound of body fat, you would have to eat in excess of 3,500 calories. And to lose a pound of body fat, you have to burn off 3,500 calories or not eat 3,500 calories. So to lose 10 pounds, you would need to burn roughly 35,000 calories. And to do that over the course of 14 days, you would need to burn about 2,500 calories per day. The average human burns let's say the average female only burns around 2,000 calories per day. So to lose 10 pounds of body fat in 14 days, you essentially have to eat nothing, like no calories at all, and you have to exercise off the extra 500 calories per day to make 2,500 calories burned every day. So that's to burn that extra 500 calories is about an hour of running. So just to recap, no food for 14 days and an hour of running every day. Which if you're one of these folks sitting there right now and you're like, "Oh, well, I could do that if I can lose 14 pounds of body fat," please don't be fucking stupid. That is not a good plan. I am not condoning that. I am doing the math so that you understand that to lose that amount of body fat in that number of days, you would have to do some crazy shit. All right, let's talk about the accepted safe amount of body fat to lose per month. So the accepted safe limit is about 2 pounds per week. So that comes to about 8 pounds per month. And that is considered safe and sustainable weight loss. And quite honestly, working in this field for 10 years, it is very rare that I see somebody lose 2 pounds of body fat per week. That's very difficult. You have to be very on point with your nutrition and your exercise plan. So most people are lucky to lose a half a pound to a pound of body fat per week if they're really on top of their game. So, but acceptable safe limit, let's say that's about 8 pounds per month. So again, this claim of losing 10 pounds in 14 days is completely ludicrous. It's nuts. Anyone promising more than that 8 pounds is quite honestly making bogus claims, or they're doing something unsafe, or they're on weight loss drugs. And again, I am not against weight loss drugs like Ozempic or semaglutide, depending on the situation, but you're not losing 10 pounds of body fat in 14 days. It's almost not physically possible. Now, on the other hand, to lose 10 pounds of water weight, that's pretty easy. And in fact, I can do that in 3 days or less. If I limit my water intake, if I limit salt, and if I limit carbohydrate intake, I can easily drop 10 to 14 pounds in about 3 days. So again, what you're seeing on the scale, that weight loss that can happen very quickly, is typically just water weight, maybe a little bit of body fat, but don't be fooled by people who are saying, oh, do this plan or eat these or take this supplement or eat these meals, these prepackaged meals. You're not losing body fat, you're losing water. All right, so final thoughts on this is that, I'm not opposed to people advertising to make money. I do it too. But making misleading claims and playing on people's emotions is unethical. If you're not being very forthcoming about where the weight loss is coming from. Is it coming from water? Is it coming from body fat? Is it coming from muscle? Tell people the truth. Remember that outrageous claims are meant to get you to purchase a product. So if the claim seems a little far-fetched, the first thing that you should see in your mind is a red flag. And the second thing is you should be asking the question, what is this person selling? Am I selling a fitness and nutrition program for New Year's? Yes, I am. My program starts on January 6th. It runs for 4 weeks, but you will never see me promise specific results to people because I know how much hard work and time goes into true fat loss. And I know different people put in different amounts of effort. I am also always clear that when I do a 4-week program, it is a starter program. So basically it is a launching, it's a place to launch. It's a launching pad for something that these people that are in my program, it's a launch pad for something that they should be doing for the rest of their life. And I'm very, very clear about that. I don't make these crazy claims of oh, you're going to do my 4-week program and you're going to lose X number of pounds. I don't make those claims because quite honestly, every person is different biologically speaking. So their internal biology is different. What they've got going on in their life is different. I can't go to people's houses and force them to work out. I can't go to your house and force you not to eat the cookies that are left over from Christmas. So the reality is that when I'm doing a program where I'm just not making claims for a 4-week program, it is a launch pad for that people need to continue to do to see that future success. So I figured I would just jump on here because I thought it was a great question from my client, and it gave me the opportunity to kind of help people discern what to look for in a good program and what should send up some red flags, especially since we are coming into that time of year, that January 1st, New Year's resolutions. I know we all want to have that, health. We all want to have results, but just remember that in the end, fat loss takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of consistent effort. So when you see somebody making those claims, just remember that they are probably selling you something, and those red flags should be going up. So if you have questions about, what I said, if you have questions about my 4-week program, you can drop a comment below, or you can get in touch with me at kellybailey1980@gmail.com. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Merry Christmas.